My people, my people, my people, my people, how are y'all doing today? I hope you're well. I am so excited about this conversation that we're about to have. My friend Shantae Charles is already in the back of the stage. Today, we're talking about Black in America, the truth behind our culture wars. We got a good Lord, a bevy of topics. I'll just go over some of them. Golly, where do they go here? Hold on. Where do they go? My bad. Let me find them again. Celebrity persona versus in real life, accepting artist duality, AI in the Black community, boycotts versus buycotts, demonizing culture, white souls, Black bodies. Golly, I might want to do that one first. All right, we're going to be talking about the diaspora wars. I really want to talk about that. I'm passionate about that. And we're going to include in the diaspora wars, the quarter zip movement. Oh dear. All right. So we got a lot to talk about. And then if we have time, we're going to talk about Meg Thee Stallion and her Thanksgiving cooking, Beyonce at the F1 race, letting people be themselves outside of the stage and everything else. So we are about to have a really, 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 really good time. I am so excited. Hi, just being me. How are you? I hope you're good. Of course she did. 1406. How are you? LaQuisha, how you doing? It's so good to see you guys. This what's the name? Now, y'all do me a favor before we go. Do you guys hear an echo on your end? Let me know if you hear an echo before we get started so that I could eliminate it. Good morning, LaCora. How are you doing? Golly molly. No echo? Okay, good. All right, great. All right, listen, we're going to run a commercial. We'll be right back. When I come back, I'm going to have my friend Shantae Charles on the live, and we're going to chat a bit, all right? Don't y'all go nowhere. We'll be right back.
This isn't just another church event. This is Impartation Conference, March 13th through 15th in Atlanta, Georgia. And this time, it's personal.
We are building a safe space where you can love God without fear, a space where you're not judged, but seen, heard, and honored for who you are.
This is your moment to grow, not just in spirit, but life. The clarity, the shift, the alignment is already happening.
And those dreams you buried, we're reviving them. We're breaking mental caps, tearing down limits, and helping you step into the version of you that was always possible.
This is more than a conference. It's a homecoming for your soul. Break free, grow deep, dream bold. Join us March 13th to 15th at the Renaissance Atlanta Airport Gateway Hotel. Register now at impartationconference.org.
Hello, everybody. How are y'all doing today? I hope y'all are well. I have my friend Shantae Charles is with us today. Shantae, do you still hear the echo?
I do.
Oh, Lord. Now, let me say, guys that's watching, do you guys hear the echo on your end? Do you guys hear the echo on your end? Let us know. Shantae, tell us how you're doing, and let's see if we hear an echo from you. Uh-oh, you can't hear me?
I can hear you, but I think I still hear a little bit of echo.
So the thing is, they're saying that there's no echo on our, because I don't hear echo either. So it's 100% on your end there. So oh dear. Yeah, because if now they heard it, then it's something on my end. Let me look at your mic settings. Reduce background echo cancellation. You know, I have your echo cancellation on my end. Yeah. Yeah, they're saying no echo. Is it so much that it's bothering you?
Yes.
And that wasn't like that in the beginning of the show when we're just
No.
talking behind this. Oh, I don't know what that is.
Everything is
Oh,
like
oh,
one sentence behind.
Facebook. Turn your Facebook off. That's what it is. Your Facebook is on. Or YouTube. You're watching. It's the live. Someone on your computer, the live is on. Turn it off. I bet you that's what it is.
My- Um,
Hold on, y'all. Sorry, y'all. We're gonna get it together.
I don't have my Facebook on my computer.
There's nothing on you. Are you sure there's nothing? Because that would
I'm
be the
sure.
only thing that's delayed in live.
Let me log. I'm sure.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Let me log out and come back in and see if that fixes it.
Okay. All right. Come on. All right. Sorry, y'all. So sorry. So sorry. So sorry. So sorry. Uh technical difficulties. Golly. We sit there and had a 10-15 minute conversation with no issues at all. I sort of feel like, because that happens a lot. That has happened a lot where there's a live feed open in the what's the name and you're getting both. So if she logged out and she still hears me, then she'll know that's what it is. Anyways, how y'all doing? Let's see here. What were y'all saying in the meantime? Let's see. Good morning, LaCara. No echo, no echo. All is well. It's finals week for me. Oh, I hope you do good. LaQuisha, how you doing? Salute, Vincent. I hope all is well. Hey, BB Rock, how you doing, man? All is well. All is well. Hey, girl. Hey, Recash, how you doing? Let's see. Oh, how I have missed this sound. Seems like it's been forever. I know. Y'all, I'll be back the week of December the 15th. I will be back the week of December the 15th. I'm gonna cut my beard and come back out of vacation. So I will be back, y'all. All right. So no worries. Okay. The week of these, we got one more week and then we'll be back. All right. Okay. Let's see here. All right. Give me a thumbs up if it sounds good, Shantae. It sounds good. All right. We are gonna bring Shantae back on. Hold on one second.
You
All
were
right.
right, VTerrillHill.
I knew that was the case. That was
It was my YouTube in the background. It wasn't Facebook though. It was
Yeah.
YouTube. You were
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I
That's
was
how.
like, where's this sound still coming from?
But let me tell you
All right.
this. I remember times we're just chatting. I remember times I would be, I would be good. And then I would pull up the YouTube link before I go live. And I'm like, where is this? And I'm trying to play it off because I'm live. I'm like, y'all don't hear that? And it's my own stream the whole time. Anyways, y'all, let's get into it. Before I get into it, Shantae, tell us who you are, why you are, where you are. In about 2 minutes or less, introduce yourself.
Oh wow. Okay. So I'm going to try to do it in 30 seconds. My
Okay.
name is Shantae Charles. I am a multidisciplinary creative.
Mm-hmm.
I am an entrepreneur. I am the host of Daring Dialogues, Black Table Talk, and Sunday Dialogue with Life Nation.
Mm-hmm.
I am a artist. I am a wife. I
Mm-hmm.
am a lover of all things humanity. So I hope that covers everything.
I love. And today we're going to be talking about the Black in America, the truth we don't say, the truth behind our culture wars, because I think it is extremely important that we have balanced conversation.
Mhm.
There's some enemies within and some enemies without. And so
Yes.
I'm just going to jump straight into it today. Let me see. Any, many, miny, mo. Here's where I'm going to start. Let's start with diaspora wars here. Okay.
Mhm.
Separating myth from truth. Um,
Mhm.
Talk to us. What's up? Or I'll tell you what, really quickly for those, describe really quickly the diaspora.
So the diaspora has to do with everyone who is Black
Mhm.
or of African origin that has been dispersed throughout the world,
Mhm.
because we know everyone's origin, according to science, everyone's origin is African. It comes out of African. We
Mhm.
all have a common ancestor, right? But over time, that common ancestor with us as human beings, we have either migrated on our own out of Africa into other parts of the world,
Mhm.
or we have been forcibly removed out of our homelands to other parts of the world.
Mhm.
So when people say diaspora, or when people say African diaspora, that is what they're referring to.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Now, can that term be used for other races and cultures like the Asian diaspora?
Yes, it can. And so that's why we're talking specifically about African diaspora, or Black people of African descent.
Got it. All right. So there's been a lot of dissent going on social media at the very least,
Mhm.
where Black Americans, Nigerians, South Africans, you know, Jamaican,
Caribbeans.
or yeah, the Caribbeans, yeah, where uh there used to be this kind of, if you look like me, you are me. And
Mhm.
now it's not the case. And then there's a whole sect,
Afro-Latino. Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. And there's a whole sect in America, what, FBAs, and they're basically like, we hate anything that's not Black American. Where did this start? Do you think it's real? Give me your opinion on that.
So it's a lot. I will say that we're not obviously going to be able to hit every single point about it.
Mhm.
Um, but where did it begin? So I would say you have a couple of groups. You have the foundational Black Americans,
Mhm.
and I have no problem with people who identify as foundational Black Americans. You have ADOS, which I tend to identify with a little bit more, which is the African American descendants of the enslaved.
Mhm.
Um, and I would say some of the argument comes from who is heading or who is spearheading these movements,
Mhm.
because those people have personal beefs with each other.
Mhm.
And I have followed several of them before all of these personal beefs broke out.
Right. Right.
So I know it is because they have personal beefs with each other. You
Right.
now have people under those followings that are having disagreements and arguments with each other.
Mhm.
So FBA, I believe that term was more so coined by Tariq Nasheed.
Mhm.
ADOS was a term coined by Yvette Carnell. Those two individuals, along with some others, they have disagreements with each other.
Mhm.
And so I don't try to label myself any of that. I know who I am. I don't need their label, to talk about the diaspora, but that is where it started in terms of those terms.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, as one person keeps saying in your comment section that it has always been like this, I will say yes,
Mhm.
historically, there has been differences. But when you talk about what's happening currently, there is a definite push to keep people divided within these terms, so that we never really actually deal with what I consider to be our true enemy. Um, our true enemy to me is pseudo supremacy. I don't call it white supremacy because there's nothing supreme about it.
Mhm.
So the true enemy to me is supremacy.
Mhm.
That's the common enemy. And we have some what I would call white souled Black people,
Mhm.
or as one of the writers would say, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Most of us have heard that term. So
Right.
we have some white souled Black people
Oh, go
amongst us.
too far into that. I got a whole second. Hey, do me a favor real quick. Turn your speakers down because
My speakers.
unless you have headphones, because it's going to be a bit of a loop.
Okay, let
Yeah.
me. Is that better?
Test, test, test. Yeah,
Is
that's
that
better.
better?
Better. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't go
So
too
yeah,
far into that because that's going to be a whole segment. Let me ask you this though. The FBA and ADOS,
mhm,
those are Black American groups, right?
yes.
All right. So now where does those that did not come from America and
Mhm.
our first generation Americans, where do they fit in this diaspora war?
Well, people see it as a lot of first generation Africans who are coming over, or people who have been here for a while, their parents. A lot of people see them as having negative attitudes towards Black Americans.
Mhm,
And I can speak, as somebody said, heavy Gullah and Native American roots as well.
mhm.
That's a whole other conversation. I have a whole teaching on Gullah, Geechee, and Hoodoo and all of that. I've got 7 hours of teaching on that. You can see it on my channel.
Yeah.
But a lot of that conversation is coming from the fact that when that first, I guess that first wave of Africans came over,
Mhm,
and now they're first generation American children, a lot of them were told things about Black Americans
mhm,
from a propaganda state or from a propaganda stage and attitude
mhm,
that some of them have passed on to their first generation children.
mhm,
And I know this to be true because number one, I have several friends who are Nigerian. I have some Ghanaian friends. We've had conversations in depth about I've asked them, what were you told in order to come into this country?
yeah,
What were you explained about Black Americans?
right.
Because we think because we are here in the United States and we know and we're learning our history, some of us are learning it on our own.
Mhm,
We think that they're getting the same kind of education over in Africa, and it's not. They're
right,
not getting that education
right,
about us.
right.
So when they come over here, some of them have been told directly, do not have anything to do with Black Americans.
Yeah.
Do not associate with Black Americans. So that propaganda that's been fueled by our own government,
Mhm,
when they enter into America, they tend to go with that idea of us
mhm,
unless they are encountering us for themselves and getting to know us for ourselves.
mhm.
And
So
so you have a lot of misrepresentation that has happened
mhm.
about Black Americans, and those stereotypes and that propaganda is what we're seeing coming out of the mouths of a lot of people from the African diaspora.
So now
They
interesting.
are regurgitating and spitting out stereotypes about us.
Yeah, interesting enough. I'm going to play devil's advocate for a second because now, on
Mhm,
a personal level, it really teeds me off. But we'll talk about that in a second. But interesting enough, I have a Nigerian American friend, and I was listening to him and his cousin's podcast, and he says a lot of it comes from Black Americans because back in the day, we used to call them African booty scratchers. Like, and so though I do not understand the vitriol that Black Americans get, I do want to be fair and say that not only did they receive pseudo supremacy teachings about
mhm,
us, we
mhm.
received pseudo supremacy teachings about them. There's a very
Ye
popular Black financial guy who said, your children could have been raised in African, sleeping on the floor or something like that. And he had to come back and apologize. And
Mhm,
I said to myself, you are way too smart to even think like that. But I forget,
mhm,
I've been to Africa before, but I forget that there are people, Black Americans, who are just as ignorant as some
mhm.
Africans are Caribbeans when it comes to Black Americans. I did want to
Yes.
lift that point. Let me ask you this. In
No,
my
I wanna stay there for a moment
go ahead.
because that is true,
Mhm,
right? Both sides of the aisle have been given some forms of propaganda about each other.
mhm, mhm,
I think we fail to forget how deep and how far American propaganda has gone against Black people.
mhm,
And again, when I go back to saying white souled Black folks,
mhm,
there's also been Black people who have been willing to be a proxy
mhm, mhm.
for the propaganda.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that there's no responsibility on the side of Black Americans, but when you say where does it come from, I will say that our government, not only through media indirectly, but also directly, some of the things that we're told to Africans coming into this country about how they should interact with us as Black Americans.
Yeah.
Because the reality is, if we ever get together and recognize what our common enemy is, it's
Mhm.
over.
Yeah.
That's the
And
reality.
I'm about to jump somewhere and jump right back.
Mhm.
And the the meeting ground of this common enemy a lot of time is in the church. All right, so let me keep going. I don't want to stay there. Now, I need to say this to the crowd. YouTube has a new thing where I can stream in the shorts stream as well. So we're
Mhm.
going to get a lot of different viewers than we've normally gotten. My moderators are not here because I normally don't come on Saturday, so y'all don't pay them any attention at all. They'll stay on and learn something or they'll leave, but my moderators are not here and I don't really even care, to be honest with you. So leave them be, don't worry about them. All right. But let me just say this again. The meeting and breeding ground, if you ever want to create a really good proxy for this pseudo supremacy, let them go to the Christian Center around the corner. Okay. Let me ask you this. Let's just say I'm Nigerian, right?
Mhm.
Um, I'm out the mud, the literal mud, right? And
Mhm.
I'm blessed enough to go to school, and now I got an education visa, and I make something out of my life. Now, the next person is Black American, and
Mhm.
they are not in the mud, but they're raised in the hood,
Mhm.
and they follow the school to prison pipeline, and they don't make something out of their life.
Mhm.
Did that Black American not take advantage of the opportunity that the Nigerian American took advantage of?
Well, let's be realistic about the kinds of people that are being allowed into the United States from other countries.
Okay.
Most the data shows that most of the people being allowed in from other countries are already well-to-do. They're
Mm,
already middle class. Their
mm,
parents are already college educated.
right.
So they already have a level of education in order to even come into this country.
Right.
Um, Felon 4547, because I don't say his name.
Uh-huh.
Felon 4547 has already openly and blatantly stated, we don't want these people coming from blank hole countries.
Hmm.
But
Correct.
that has always been American policy. He's just saying it out loud.
Hmm.
So when they talk about letting in people from other countries,
Hmm.
they're not letting in people who are at the bottom of their economic status either.
Hmm.
Okay. So those people coming over here,
Good.
many of them are already well-to-do.
That's
Their
good.
parents are already highly educated
Mhm.
and they're coming over. So
So,
I don't compare their foundational background of how they come over here
hmm.
to someone who is entrapped in the systemic systems of inequity in America.
So it's not a
Um,
pound-to-pound comparison then, because we're
it's
not
not a fair
getting the
it's not
worst
a
of
fair
the worst.
comparison.
Yes. Yes. I first of all, I love that. I think that's a beautiful common sense answer. And to be honest with you, if anybody want to argue after that, they just want to be right because that makes sense. You can't.
Yeah.
I was watching a Nigerian because I sort of like the Nigerians. Well, my best friend is Nigerian, so that's the thing. Anyway, I was watching a Nigerian podcast, and the guy said, in order for me to get an education visa to come to America, I had to prove I had 30,000 US dollars in my account to pay for that education.
Yes.
You're not struggling. If you're a
No.
Nigerian with 30,000 US liquid, you're
Mhm.
doing pretty good. And
Correct.
then now you become a doctor, and then you want
Mhm.
to be mad at Jamal, whose mom and dad ain't never had a GED. They're not the
Correct.
same.
They're not the same.
Yeah.
But again, when we talk about this propaganda war,
Mhm.
what you have then is you have those who are in power who will pit
Mm.
Africans against Black Americans.
Right.
And again, like I said, I've had conversations. I have friends that are Nigerian and Ghanaian. I have some
Mhm.
that are part of the royal family. So we get to have real good conversations
Right.
about some of these things.
Mhm.
And so the question becomes, well, why aren't you doing as good as
Mhm.
XYZ?
Right.
And so
Right.
those are the conversations that we've had to go back and say, This is what you came over with.
Right.
This is the systemic issues facing Black Americans.
Yeah.
And like I said, we automatically assume that coming over here, they know our history. And the reality is a lot of them do not.
Right. Right.
So I don't mind having a conversation with somebody who's willing to learn and understand what America has done with Black people. They've created a permanent underclass. The fact that we came from zero to where we are is a miracle, a divine miracle in and of itself.
So I want to keep that thought. That's a pause, not a stop. Created a permanent underclass.
Yes.
Created the system has created a permanent underclass, and it is of the fact that we're here right now, up under everything that's been thrown on top of us, really shows us who we are. I just had to highlight that. Go ahead.
Yes. Yeah. And so, as I said, I think people also, if you understand, people say, if you understand Black history, but also if you understand African history, if you understand in the late 1800s to early 1900s, Africa was colonized too, guys.
Right.
Africa was colonized too. So when people say, I don't understand why they wouldn't know about American enslavement, Africa was colonized as well.
Right.
Africa was renamed as well. Africa was divided up and cut into pieces as well.
Absolutely.
So they're also dealing with their own colonization that they're still pushing and coming out of.
I love.
And we could even get into what's happening now in the Congo and Sudan, but that's a whole other show. But now they're trying to go back in and recolonize again. So as I said, are we really looking at what our common enemies are? Because our common enemy is not each other. Our common enemy is pseudo supremacy, colonization, and empire.
So I got two things for you, and then
I'm getting loud. Let me bring it down.
You're talking to the kid. I'm loud just 'cause I wake up loud. You're in the right company. Two things I want to say, and then, someone put it in the comments, but I had already written it down. One of the talking points with white America is, well, we had slavery in America, but the Africans sold the slaves. What do you say to that?
Ooh, I've got, again, you trying to give me 12 shows in one, VTerrillHill. But the reality is, let's just very briefly talk about the difference between what Africans were doing and the difference between what America was doing.
Right.
I want people to look up the word if they don't know it or understand it. I want people to look up the word chattelism.
Yes.
Chattelism. Is there enslavement going on in the world? Yes. Has enslavement been going into the world and going on in the world in time memorial? Yes. Have people dehumanized people in that enslavement? No. Have people made it into perpetuity? I know I not only own you, but I own everything that comes out of you until the end of time. I not only own you, but I'm going to breed, B-R-E-E-D.
Yes.
I'm going to breed a specific kind of African. I like to call Black Americans the best of 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 the best. Because we're not just Ghanaian, we're not just Nigerian. Some of us are Ghanaian, Nigerian, South African, Congolese. We were bred, okay? We were bred, which is why we are a people out of a people.
Correct.
So when people say we have no culture, no, we have the conglomerate of culture, if you really want to think about it.
We're rainbow cultures.
Correct.
Hey,
we are the actual definition of Africa in America. We aren't just one country out of Africa. That's why we're African Americans.
Okay, hold on. We got to pause again. So do one thing, either move your microphone away from your speakers or turn your speakers down. And I want to say this. We are the definition of Africa in America. That's so potent. That is so strong. Golly. I talk about it some more. Go ahead.
And you know, I'm trying to be mindful of the comments that are out there, because yes, we have those of us whose ancestors were brought here, and we have those of us like me. I have a combination of my ancestors were brought here, and I also have ancestors who are from here. So I'm not debating on indigeneity at either. Okay. I consider myself to be Black and indigenous, but again, that's a whole other conversation. We can't do all the conversations today. I see the comments. We can't do all the conversations today.
Please don't worry about these comments, because I say
All
we
right.
got
So when we think about what is the difference, main difference is you had prisoners of war. You had prisoners of war. African people would have each other as prisoners of war. Prisoners of war, they like to equate that with American enslavement and try to say it was the same thing. Historical documents show that some of these African nations, once they realized what was happening with enslavement in the transatlantic, some of them actually tried to fight against it. Okay. Some of them initially participated for trade. We know that. I'll trade you some guns. I'll trade you some goods for the persons. But nobody was doing dehumanization. No one was saying that you are the equivalent of a horse or a cow or an oxen or a table.
Right.
That was uniquely American.
That's a conscious spirit, not a thing, you know?
Yes. And here's the thing. In order to dehumanize, in order to do what they did to us, they had to divorce us from our humanity.
Correct.
So when people say, what's the difference? Were other nations divorcing us from our humanity? Were other nations saying that we are no longer human? Were other nations saying we were subhuman? Were other nations breeding us like cattle?
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Okay, let's turn, because we're only on subject one. All right. But we've only been here 33 minutes, so we're doing good time. I want to talk about, in this diaspora war, there is a movement, Shantae, called the quarter zip movement. And so it was a Black guy that came on and says, we don't do Nike Techs anymore. We wear quarter zips. He was saying, you know, men who wear quarter zips go to school. They're educated. They're not YNs. And so then these two twins got a hold of it and really made it sort of elitist and sort of a classist thing. Okay, so I keep on echoing. Do you have headphones?
I do, but I have not used them with my computer.
Okay, I'll just ignore it. We'll be all right. So I said to myself, I bet these guys are first gen Africans. And I was right.
Okay.
Because they started saying that what you wear equivalents to who you are. Okay. And so it took a Black American guy to say, I went to Harvard and I wear Nike Techs. And so I wanted to just talk about that, this kind of, when we sort of already hit it, about like this pseudo supremacy and how sometimes immigrants come over here and want to be white adjacent to fit into whatever they're trying to do. Let's talk about that real quick, and then let's keep going.
All right. So again, I saw a little bit of the quarter zip trend. I went and looked into it a little bit more to see what it was about. It's supposed to represent your lifestyle. It's supposed to represent elevating yourself and moving away from athleisure wear, right? To what would have been back in my day, I'm probably dating myself, would have been the polo. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Essentially it would have been the white polo with the collar,
Mhm.
right? It's really about respectability politics. It is, as I have been saying for a minute now, it is white male patriarchal norms masking as masculinity in the Black community. Now, I know that's a whole other conversation
Mhm.
of Black men taking on white male patriarchal norms, thinking that that is masculinity.
Mm.
That's a whole other conversation. But what we're really getting at, what they're really trying to get at is professionalism. And as somebody said in the comments, being preppy. But
Mhm.
professionalism is actually a loaded term. It's a dog whistle.
Mhm.
It is a veiled system that enforces white pseudo supremacy. I'm gonna keep saying pseudo because it centers white cultural norms.
Can
Okay,
you
what are white cultural norms?
put a pause there? Because I want to make sure that we're clear. Respectability politics and a lot of this stuff that we judge the younger generation by
Mhm.
centers white what norms?
It is white cultural norms.
White cultural norms. Why don't he
Mhm.
cut his hair? White cultural norms. But
Mhm.
why don't he that white cultural norms?
Mhm.
And let me tell you another great place to push white cultural norms, the church. All right,
In
go
the
ahead.
Black church.
Go
No,
ahead.
I'm gonna say in the Black church.
Yes. Right. If the most
Mhm.
subtle way to push white supremacy, Shantae calls it pseudo supremacy, and to center white people is, I'm gonna
Mhm.
go deeper. Christianity.
Mhm.
All right, now I'm yelling. Go ahead. Go ahead. I
What
just
is
want.
pseudo? Pseudo means false.
Mhm,
That's why I keep sticking it in front of supremacy
mhm.
because
Right,
you're not gonna make me think.
it's false supremacy.
You're not gonna make me think you supreme in any way, shape, or form. Okay.
I
So
love
that's why I'm gonna keep calling it pseudo supremacy.
that.
All
Uh-huh,
right.
uh-huh,
So it is a system that centers white cultural norms, as you said, specific attire,
mhm.
specific language.
Yes.
Okay. I come out of a community in South Florida that is heavy on the Gullah Geechee,
Mhm.
heavy on the African American vernacular English. I didn't even know until I left my community that I was multilingual with my African American vernacular English because I was so immersed in Gullah language in my small isolated community in South Florida that when I went to a PWI, Florida State University, and started talking, they was like, "Girl, where you from?" Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, because there's African American vernacular English and then there's Gullah.
Mhm.
Okay, which is a little spicier than African American vernacular English. And so it's people telling you that you don't talk proper.
Yeah.
You need to talk properly. Let me remind people that all language changes. Language changes. There
Mhm,
is no such thing as proper English.
mhm.
There's standard English. There's standard American English.
Correct.
Okay, but there's no such thing as proper English. All right. So it is this quarter zip where people are trying to push it into professionalism to where it's supposed to be seen as a superior or a neutral standard
Mhm,
while appearing unbiased.
mhm.
But all it is another type of professionalism. And professionalism is a dog whistle for enforcing
Mhm.
white supremacist norms.
I love.
Okay.
I love.
What is true professionalism while we on the topic?
Please.
What is true professionalism? Job performance. Are you getting your job done, sir, with your quarter zip on?
Correct.
What are your outcomes? What are your results? That's true professionalism. It's not your quarter zip. We got mass murderers out here that wear quarter zips.
Come on, most mass murderers wear quarter zips at least once.
we got you know, people out here intimately assaulting women and leaving them behind trash cans wearing quarter zips.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Your country club boys that R word, the country club girls wear the quarter zips. Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you professionally, I like to see a gentleman in a nice dashiki. I likes it. I likes it. I likes it. My husband does a very good job of dressing in his attire.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So that's how I feel about the quarter zip. It's another form of professionalism, i.e. respectability politics.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to wear it and you understand the respectability politics behind it, that's up to you. All right. Nobody's here to police your clothing choices. But if you're pushing it to say this is what you should do in order to be professional, you're falling into the respectability politics.
I love. One more thing, one more question, and then we're moving from the diaspora war. This has been, if you guys are enjoying this conversation, drop a heart in the comments. I'm enjoying this. Thank you so much, Shantae Charles. Let me just say this for a second. This is Shantae Charles. And before we leave, we definitely want you, Shantae, to let us know how to find you. If you're watching this on YouTube, I actually have her account linked in the title and in the video description. So you can just hyperlink it and get straight to all of her teachings. Last question, and this is this. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't fall into the trap, and I'm a little bitter. I'm gonna be honest, as relates to this diaspora war, specifically those that don't have ancestry in America. I'm actually just pissed off about it. And do you think there's benefit in it, or do you think it's 100% just wrong and not helpful?
You talking about the diaspora war overall?
Overall, yeah.
I think, like I said, some of it is personality based, meaning whoever they are following, they've chosen to go at each other with these diaspora wars. Part of it is, I don't think in the long run it's beneficial to us. I don't think in the long run. If you do follow me on Black Table Talk, you will hear me talk a lot about the fact that whether you are Caribbean, whether you are Nigerian, whether you are Ghanaian, whether you are Somalian, whether you are Black American, they want us all gone. They want us all gone.
Yeah.
And so I feel like in this hour, it's necessary to say we all need to get focused. We all need to get focused and get serious about what's the priority right now. The priority right now is making sure we are alive or we live beyond what is happening. That's the priority. Number one is survival. Number two, you can have whatever arguments, whatever subtopic arguments you want to have after we get done dealing with number one.
Right. Agree.
I'm going to put it this way. You have a group of people that want to paternalize all Black people, meaning they think that we are childish. They think that we're immature. They think that we don't know how to take care of ourselves, govern ourselves, even though century after century, we've shown we can do it. We've shown we can be self-sufficient. We've shown we can start towns, and they have torn stuff down. So you have a group of people that treat us in a very paternalistic way, like I have to talk down to Black people and tell them what to do. On the other side of that same spectrum of pseudo supremacy, on the other side of that, you have people who want to exterminate you. They don't want you to exist. They don't want to have an argument with you. They don't want to have a debate with you. Those are the kind of people who are running America right now. They're on that extermination kick. And so when I say we need to get serious about where we are, We need to understand they want us all gone.
And to the point, and that might sound just stupid. Just she's into the propaganda. Do you know this week they put out that the administration, because national park on holidays, national parks are free and are discounted. Do you know recently they just took the MLK holiday and Juneteenth off
Yes.
of that list and put
Hmm.
Donald Trump's birthday? Now
Yes.
we can go back and forth about Juneteenth because that's sort of a new, but the MLK holiday is a
Hmm.
national holiday accepted by most.
Hmm.
You are directly targeting Black people blatantly without
Hmm.
controversy.
Yep.
So for you to think extermination, oh, she just getting bitten by the propaganda bug. No, 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 no. You don't erase a whole national federal holiday that's surrounded around a Black man that Black people beloved if you're not trying to put a message out. Point blank
Hmm.
period. And so I that
And again, I have taught on the 10 stages of genocide.
mhm,
You can go, and all you have to do is Google 10 stages of genocide, go read it, go look it up, and you will see that we are in the midst of those 10 stages of genocide here in the United States.
mm, mm,
Here in the United States.
mhm.
And one thing to know about the 10 stages is they don't happen in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, they multiple ones of them can be happening simultaneously.
Mhm, mhm,
So when you start erasing our history,
yeah,
when you start pulling things and removing things, because I live here in the DMV area,
mhm,
DC, Maryland, and Virginia. So I'm in the what we like to call up here the direct triangle of evil, the axis of evil.
mhm,
So I have to be a little bit more direct about some of the things that I'm saying.
mhm.
Okay. When you have people going into the museums, they are shutting down exhibits in the museums.
Right, right.
They are removing artifacts out of the museums.
Yeah,
They are changing the templates and the descriptions on exhibits in the museums to hide information.
right.
That is where we are.
They're decentralizing education.
As an educator, again, all of these things are affecting me directly.
Mhm,
So I'm I know more about it than what I can say in this broadcast.
mhm.
But again, when you're destabilizing education, when you are removing the whole civil rights department, not just from education, but across the board,
Correct.
all government agencies also have a civil rights division,
Mhm.
which they are removing. What does that mean for you? It means that when you're being treated unjustly and unfairly, you have no civil rights department to report your unjustness and unfairness to.
Correct.
Correct.
I
I,
we gotta stop here because we're 48 minutes in and we got another hot one. What time did you say again? You said 11:30? 12. What hold on, what time did you say?
I said I can go to about 12:30, 12:45.
Oh, we gotta hurry up then. I'm in conclusion of this segment. Well, before I say that, I want you to come back because I want you to I want to do a special show on Congo and the Sudan alone.
Okay.
100%, because I think it's something, and I'm pro the liberation of Palestine, but I think it's very interesting how people are acting like Palestine is the only place going through a genocide right now. But let's not get lost there. What I want to say in conclusion of this segment, if you are brown or darker, and I'm using that loosely, don't you think for a second that you can talk, work, or educate yourself into the acceptance of this dark demonic culture that I like. I'm going to be true to how I say it, a white supremacy, but I get what you're saying and I like it. I'm gonna figure out a way for me to say it. This
Hmm.
white fake supremacy, let me say it like that.
Hmm.
You're not going to win this. You are assisting them in their agenda. And I'm gonna stop there because I'm about to start hollering and yelling. All
Let
right.
me give them another homework term to go look up, because I see some great conversations happening in the comments. But like I said, we've covered a lot of this on my own page in terms of teaching. So you can always go to my playlist and get educated there. But here's the term I want people to add and look up: meritorious manumission. Meritorious manumission. These are the people that Harriet would have shot. These are the people that John Brown would have taken out. And if you know anything about me, I tell people all the time, I am on Harriet Tubman energy and John Brown energy. If you are a white person and you are not on John Brown energy, you and I are going to have a hard time coming together in any kind of collaboration. Yeah, we need more John Brown energy.
Yeah.
When it comes to white people, notice I said pseudo supremacist. Every white person is not a pseudo supremacist. We do have some John Brown energy persons, but those are the people that I'm interested in collaborating and connecting with.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm glad you said that, because one thing that I find interesting is people assume if you're pro-black, you're anti-white. I'm not anti-white, but I don't center white people in nothing I do. The most I center white people is my sister-in-law is white, and there are certain things I don't say because I just, like I use the N-word a lot in my normal language, and I just don't think it's proper. And not just her. I don't like when other, like if you got a Mexican friend, not that the Mexican friend shouldn't be saying N-word. I don't think you should be saying it around the Mexican friend either. You make it too common. That's neither here nor there. I don't center white people, but I am fully aware there are some white allies out there. Straight up, there are some people out there that's ready to get down with the get down. But I want to say this real quick because Charlie Kirk taught me this, and I don't want to get lost. There are a lot of white people that are doing this because they can afford to do it as well. There are a lot of white people that are protesting, and they're on these podcasts calling out the system because they can afford to. But when Charlie Kirk died, what we saw from a lot of white people is they saw him as a formidable opponent, a colleague of sorts. We were listening to you, white sir, because we thought your enemy was our enemy. No, you were just having a debate. That man don't exist to us. And so I want to say, when it comes to white allies, it is more than just talk. You need to vet to make sure this thing is really in their heart, because when it's time to get down, they'll be at Starbucks or an Venti latte.
And that's why I don't use the term ally. Yeah. I don't believe in allyship. I believe in co-conspirators and collaborators. And that's why I say John Brown energy. If you don't know who John Brown is, go look up who John Brown is. Look how John Brown got down for Black people, and then act accordingly. That's where I am. Yeah. Because again, allies will fold.
Yes. Yeah.
Allies will fold.
Yeah. Yeah. And if I talk from my space, I will say people of the same consciousness. You got to make sure that those that you are, what do you say, co-conspirating with are on the same consciousness as you.
Yes, sir.
You ain't just mad because you're mad. And I'm going to stop there because I feel a fuss coming on. So what we're going to do.
Meritorious manumission before you go on break. Meritorious manumission is the white side, is the Black side of, as I said before, white souled Black people who sell out the community for their own individual freedom.
All right, pause that because that's the next topic. So I'll let you just sit in that. Y'all, I need to take a break because first of all, breathe, Vincent. I'm enjoying this, Shantae. I'm so enjoying this. This is so good. I hope that you guys are enjoying it. Please do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, and comment. I saw some of you guys say in the comment for her page. If you're watching on YouTube, I have her literal page highlighted in the title and in the video description. So just take time, either well, wait till after the show so you don't miss anything, and just go to the title, click it, and she is there. She teaches. How many times a week do you teach on that channel, Shantae?
I teach Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are reading aloud and discussing various books every single day.
So 5 days a week at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard, Shantae is spitting over there. All right, y'all don't go nowhere. I need to take a break so I can. We'll be right back. When we come back, though, we're going to be talking about demonizing culture, white-souled Black bodies. We'll be right.
This isn't just another church event. This is Impartation Conference, March 13th through 15th in Atlanta, Georgia. And this time, it's personal.
We are building a safe space where you can love God without fear, a space where you're not judged, but seen, heard, and honored for who you are.
This is your moment to grow, not just in spirit, but by the clarity, the shift, the alignment is already happening.
And those dreams you buried, we're reviving them. We're breaking mental caps, tearing down limits, and helping you step into the version of you that was always possible.
This is more than a conference. It's a homecoming for your soul. Break free, grow deep, dream bold. Join us March 13th to 15th at the Renaissance Atlanta Airport Gateway Hotel. Register now at impartationconference.org.
Safe Space, refuge for growth and healing. Want to be connected to all that Safe Space has to offer? Join our email community. Stay in the loop with inspirational insights and updates. Join our email community and connect with like-minded individuals on the path to self-discovery. Sign up now.
Find your tribe in a safe, supportive space. Join the Safe Space private community and connect with others who get it. We're waiting for you. Stay connected wherever you are with lives and video drops. Text VTerrillHill to 833-458-3658 for instant updates and powerful insights. Join the text community now. Curious about what's next? Book an intuitive tarot reading with VTerrillHill and get the clarity you need. Your future awaits. Heal from within and transform your life. Schedule a soul healing consultation and take the first step towards wholeness. Start your journey today.
Click the Linktree link inside of the description box connected to this video for all of what the Safe Space universe has to offer.
All right, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you rocking with us today. We're talking about Black in America, the truth behind our culture wars. I have a very special guest, Shantae Charles. She's a friend of the platform, but she's also a personal friend as well. I appreciate her offering to the bigger picture and what she does. Again, to contact her, to connect with her, I have her highlighted on the title of this video and in the video description. I hyperlinked it and so it can make it very easy to connect with this mind and voice. Shantae, in 2 minutes or less, I want you to do this. Where did it go? I want you to do this in 2 minutes or less. Where did it go? Where did it go? Gosh, someone had a comment. Oh, right here. I bet you never thought about Natives' perspective. Where are the Native American, the indigenous people in all of this?
Well, considering, as I said before at the start of your broadcast, well, midway into your broadcast, I am Black and indigenous myself. So for all the people saying, she ain't talking about the Native Americans. I'm sorry. I just my great grandfather, Cherokee and Blackfoot out of North Carolina. My great grandfather, 40 acres of land that we have in our family, partly because of him being a part of the sharecropping generation, and also partly because he bought part of his land from his fellow indigenous persons. We still have that land. It's been in our family over 100 years. We have warred over the decades for our family land. My grandfather was a part of the people, a part of gathering with the Lumbees. If you're familiar with the Lumbee raids,
Yes.
okay? If you're familiar with the Lumbee raids, my grandfather was a part of fending off the Klansmen. So we are no stranger to pseudo supremacists. We are no stranger to Klansmen. We are no strangers to what it takes to defend our homestead against pseudo supremacists, many of which who have showed up on this broadcast in the comment section. So I know we doing the good Lord's work. Okay, because they done showed up.
Come on.
We know you, we see you, we spot you.
Yeah.
So several times he had to fend off the Klan from our homestead. 12 great aunts and uncles that he all taught to shoot. And that if he went down, the next one would come outside and start shooting. And if they went down, the next one would come out and start shooting. And if they went down, the next one would come out and start shooting. So they had a plan, and that's how they held off the Klansmen from taking our land. Columbus County, North Carolina, stand up.
I
Okay?
love I didn't know you had roots in North Carolina.
Yes.
Yeah,
Deep roots in North Carolina.
My great grandmother was raised in the Lumbee Lumbee reservations.
Awesome.
So, all right, let's go into the next one. Now, I'm gonna try my best not to scream and get irritated. And for this next one, but I do, Shantae, and I don't know how we're gonna do this. We have to do a part 2. You know what? Here's what we need to do. This AI in the Black community thing.
Oh boy.
I'm about to use you. So we got 2 shows coming up. Part 1 and part 2 is AI in the Black community. And then part 3 is going to be Congo and Sudan. All right. And I'm just going to not even ask. I'm just going to put it out there. So
well, yeah, let's table all the AI stuff, because that's, like you said, that is a whole other segment.
Yeah. So I tell you what, I'll get with Shantae and we'll find a date to come back, and we're going to do a whole show like this on AI in the Black community, hopefully soon, if your schedule will allow. But for the next 20 minutes, because she has to go. All right, God, give me strength for this. Demonizing culture, white-souled Black bodies. I'm gonna start you off with this. One thing that I have observed about the majority of whited out Black people, white adjacent Black people, is the way they talk, the way they dress, the way they move, the sound of their voice, how they pronounce things. I've always thought that was so interesting, how you're not going to find no Jamal that's MAGA. It's going to always be a Jamie, male speaking. Which makes me always side-eye it. Because if there was some, excuse my French, nigger MAGAs, then I'd be like, okay, but they ain't never no nigger MAGAs. So do you see these people as sellouts and are 100% assimilating just to be accepted? Am I wrong? Am I off? Talk to me.
Again, VTerrill, these topics. Lord. MAGA. I'm trying to be kind.
Yeah.
I really am. I really am. Let me say this, especially to the pseudo supremacists and the MAGA in the chat. I was in the Republican Party for about 20 years. So I've seen a lot. When I started realizing that these people absolutely detest us, hate us, and will use us for any capacity and then discard us, that was my wake-up call. So when I see Black people beginning to navigate into what it is now, it tells me that you are definitely into a purposeful, intentional assimilation and erasure of yourself.
Purposeful. And
Yes.
intentional.
Purposeful, intentional erasure of yourself.
Mhm.
It tells me that you are intentionally on the grifting chain, because you cannot go into what MAGA is. You cannot go into what Republicanism has become right now and say you don't know what time it is.
So you think they're
You might
willfully
have been
being
able to
ignorant?
say that. You might have been able to say that before 2015.
So you think they're willfully being ignorant?
No, I think they know what it is and they're on a grift. I think they're very much saying, let me see what I can get out of this grift.
I believe
Because if they're willing to pay me to disparage myself, my culture, if they're willing to pay me for that, oh, I'm gonna get in on it. And the reason why I can tell you that is because I know some Black Republicans and conservatives back in 2015. Remember, I'm in the triangle of evil. Okay.
Yeah.
They call it the seat of Satan up here. Literally. And we had conversations, and these people said to me, Shantae, I don't agree with the candidate. At the time he was being considered, right, to be the platform candidate. They said, I don't agree with the candidate, but the lobbyists in the PACs are what pay us. And so if the lobbyists in the PACs who pay us are going to put him up as the candidate, in order for me to keep getting paid, in order for me to feed my family, I'm going to go this route. And I can tell you, at that point, when they went that route, they were willing to be exploited. They were willing to be propped up as Black faces with white souls. Most of those people that I know are dead. Hear me. Dead.
Literally or figuratively?
Literally.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dead. Okay. They not in the land of the living anymore. They didn't even make it through to this second round of him. They died. They died in their willfulness. They died in taking that filthy lucre. They made a choice to sell their soul, and they paid for it. They died listening to someone give horrific advice. They died listening to someone who also took along with him 1.2 million souls in his first term. They didn't live past that. So I have enough evidence of what happens when you decide to be a white-souled Black body going into these systems knowing full well that these people want to harm, they want to hurt, they want to destroy, they want to dismantle. And you sit up there and take that money and you propagate that stuff. Oh, you gonna pay for it. Some people pay, like I said, with their very life.
Yeah. What do you think about and I don't want this particular subject to be to get lost in the church space. We can talk about that all day, but talk about it from religion's perspective. We'll use Pastor Philip Michael Anthony, or whatever his name, Philip Michael, whatever, and he said this is not a Black church, and talk about how that's so easy to manifest in religious spaces.
Gosh, it's easy to manifest because you have, for the most part, I would say in America, you have a white theological framework. You have a white theological framework. You're listening to white theologians. You're listening to a westernized, chopped up Christianity.
Mhm.
You're connected to people who are white Christian nationalists
Mhm.
who are propagating pseudo supremacy through their sermons. They're just cloaking it in religious language.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
And we have done that. I would say in Christianity, that's been going on since the 1950s.
Yeah.
But what we've had now is, again, we've had a slow creeping of pseudo supremacy infiltrating Black churches.
Mm.
The second part of that, if they aren't infiltrating Black churches through their doctrines and their theology,
Mhm.
they're propping up Black ministers.
Mhm.
Because when you see a Black minister, you better ask the question, who funded them and where is the white hand behind them?
Correct. 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 One of my I have a private community sacred space, and one of the members put an article from Substack. I forget
Mhm.
what island it was. The Catholic priest was teaching what they call liberation gospel, that you
Mhm.
don't have to submit to the government. They're basically wanting you to be poor so they can be rich.
Mhm.
Whatever these Catholic priests, Shantae, was preaching was stirring the people up, and it was against the interests of the United States. The United States, the United States, oh, I don't know if that's an echo. I'm gonna work on that. The United States funded Christian missionaries.
Mhm.
The CIA, excuse me, funded Christian missionaries to go over there and preach the gospel because they knew if the Christian missionaries do their job, it includes submitting to government.
Correct.
And before it was over, they ousted all out of all of those Catholic priests. The Pope ended up rebuking the Catholic priests, telling them that it was heresy, and the people got back in place. And when I read that, I said to myself, how much, because you said white theological framework, and I want to
Mhm.
talk about being white centered, because when
Mhm.
we talk about blackness in theology, all of a sudden
Mhm.
there's no color where you don't
Mhm.
have to worry about color because your theology was centered around you anyway.
Correct.
Now that's one point, but the point behind that is I think 99% of theology was pushed by government to
Mhm.
keep people bound in America, specifically black folks. All right. I just
I,
had to say,
I I can agree with that. So again, this is one of those deeper topics. I've
mm,
done some individual teaching on certain things,
mm,
but I'll put out some things for people to go and look at. I like giving people definitions in words so they can go and study for themselves.
mhm,
One of the major ones that we're seeing right now that's sort of, I would say, infiltrating into Black church spaces
mhm.
is reform, the reform movement, reform theology.
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
If you go and look at the reform movement and reform theology, they do not have a very good opinion of women in general.
Hmm.
It is very, not just patriarchal, it is very misogynistic
And
in
some
nature.
some of you all's favorite new black preachers
Mhm.
are up under that. And I'm not going to name names today.
Yes,
You'll be shocked because I know
yes,
some of y'all personally like them. But go ahead.
yeah. So reform theology, pay attention to that. Very anti-woman, very stay in abusive relationships with men,
Hmm.
very women have no place, women have no authority, women cannot teach men in any capacity, which if you think about that, that makes no sense because then that means women cannot teach their sons. It's a whole lot
Right.
wrapped into that. So reform theology, go check that out, find out who's leading, look at some of their stances.
Hmm.
They're also slavery was good for us. That falls under reform theology.
Hmm.
Okay. So when you start learning what the theology grounding is, and then you go listen to some of these Black people who are under reform theology, it
Hmm.
will click and it will make sense. And that's why I don't follow them.
Right. This was funny because I was swear I wasn't gonna call no names, and then I don't know if you know those initials, but
Yeah, we not calling names.
we're not calling it. But
I
I was
know
looking,
those I know those initials, but we not calling names because it's more than just that person.
it's a
Um,
string of them, and you know what, Shantae, and I do not want to beat anybody up. That's not what this is about. But I'll say this: I could feel it. They could be talking scripture and can be saying something that I need to hear, and I can feel it. I can tell it. It comes out. It secretes out of them like, oh, this is some dangerous pseudo supremacy going on. I can smell
It is.
Yeah.
And when you go look at the founders of Reformed theology, you see they're all white men who are very patriarchal and misogynistic, i.e., who is the person behind the face?
Yeah.
They will give you a cool face.
Yeah.
They will give you a black face wearing dreads and a trucker cap.
Yes.
I mean, and they will look like the culture minus the soul.
Yeah. I love this. All right, let's shift to, let me ask you this. There are some people that say, some extreme leftists that say, if you are a black and in the military, as well, black and a police officer, you're compromised. Do you think that, well, let's do cops first. Do you think to be a black cop, you have to be a white-souled black body? Generally speaking.
I think it's difficult. I think it's difficult. I would say you have to make sure that you're called to that position, because there are some spooks who sat by the door, for people who are familiar with that. You have to be called to that position. Otherwise, again, the origin point is slave catching. So are you called to that position? Are you called to be inside of a system, to be eyes in the system? Or are you going to go along and get along and say the blue line is greater than the bloodline?
Let me add this too. All right, ICE. Of course, you know, there were a lot of votes for Donald Trump in the Hispanic community, the greater Hispanic community. So then when ICE started doing these raids, a lot of us, me included, was like, whatever, I don't care. But there are some people that saying that that's a slippery slope because of how ICE is moving. Sooner or later, it's going to end up being Black Americans. Do you, because you've talked about the slave catching, and I think ICE is literally modern day slave catchers, if you ask me. So do you think that is true? Do you think that Black Americans have the space to sit this one out, knowing that this could turn on us per se? What are your thoughts?
No, we do not have the space to sit it out. I've actually said it on my page several times, and people have come at me saying, I don't know what I'm talking about. Usually people tell me I don't know what I'm talking about until it comes to pass. And then I'd be like, yeah, I told you I knew what I was talking about. But anyway, we don't have the space. And here's a couple of reasons why. Here's what's happening right now. The Supreme Court is getting ready to decide if what he is doing concerning birthright citizenship can continue. That's on the Supreme Court docket right now.
Right.
Number two, these people are not checking nothing. ICE is the slave catchers. Most people are suspecting that many of the ICE are J6, those who were pardoned.
Right.
Many people feel like they have been funneled into being ICE agents. I believe that. Part of them have probably been funneled into being ICE agents. These people are being incentivized to meet a quota. They're not being incentivized to follow any laws. They're not following any laws. They have already arrested citizens, including Black Americans. They're already arresting us. They have already arrested some in Chicago. Okay, these people came out on television, reports. Hey, I'm a Black American. I'm a U.S. citizen. I was arrested. I was detained for several hours. They finally let me go. So no, we don't have the option of sitting that out. They're already targeting everybody.
So let
me make this clear again.
Go ahead.
They want us all gone. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that. They want us all gone. If
Uh-huh.
you are identifiably Black,
Mhm,
they want you gone.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
For Black Americans, right, they know that we are from here. And when I say we are from here as a Black and Indigenous person, if your family is a part of the descendants of the enslaved, this is your country of origin.
Correct. Period. Point
This
blank.
is your country of origin.
Yeah.
You are from here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Right.
don't know why that's hard to understand.
And let me say this because I have European in me, but I'm not saying I'm from Slovakia,
Right,
yeah, so like come on, let's keep it a buck. But go ahead, go ahead.
right. So we cannot ignore this because number one, these people are not following rules. Number two, these people are not checking IDs. Number three, if you are visibly Black, you are a target for detainment.
Hmm. Hmm. So let me ask
Period.
you this though, and I think Marcellus and hey Matt Church and says, how are you? I've been seeing your comments. Marcellus brings a good point though, and I
Mhm.
feel like this too. Okay, bet we can't sit this out, but at the same time, when Black skin touch those streets, things get violent.
Mhm.
So what's the happy medium between y'all niggas deserve what you get and staying alert, staying in the pulse of what's going on?
Okay, so let me clarify. When I say we can't sit this out, I'm not saying go out in the streets and protest.
Hmm.
Let me make that clear. We're not telling you to go put your body in the way of harm.
Hmm.
There are other things that you can do outside of protesting.
Hmm.
Okay? There's mutual aid, there's being in community, there is setting up things offline, getting on Signal, which a lot of people are doing.
Yeah,
Um, those are
alerting,
the things I'm talking
spice
about
apps.
we can't sit it out. So I want to be clear with that. I'm
Because
not saying go out and protest. That's not what I'm saying.
I like that because there are people who are literally just be on Facebook. Hey, ICE is at the food line on 23rd and 3rd. Don't go over there. I think that's to your point. You can even do that. I think that is a safe way to be involved indirectly. Yeah.
You can help provide bail money. One of the things that I've been doing in terms of just helping us as Black people is mutual aid.
Mhm,
Every month I post and say, hey, I can help this many people.
mhm,
Come to go to my email address, send me your Cash App,
mhm.
and I will help you with mutual aid, whether that be gas, whether that be groceries, helping to supplement groceries, whatever it is. Those are ways that you can help without putting your physical body
Mhm.
on the line. So I want to be very clear about that. I'm not saying
Right.
go get in the streets because we know that they escalate violence anytime they see us. What
Mhm,
I'm saying is don't think that you are safe from being approached by these agents
mhm.
because you're not.
Right.
That's what was being said at the beginning. Oh, I'm Black. I'm Black American. I
Yeah.
know I'm a citizen. Ain't nobody gonna bother me.
Yeah.
Well, clearly that ain't the case.
Especially now that they're going after these Somalians in Minnesota now. It's getting real
Correct.
sort of close. All right, one last question, and we're gonna try to cap it at an hour and a half. This has been a wonderful, wonderful conversation. We're gonna bring part one and part two and part three. Part two, we're gonna be talking about Black in AI. It's probably one of the few things that Shantae and I disagree about, actually. So this should be fun to chat about. And
I think
then
we disagree.
maybe different approaches,
Yeah.
but we'll see. And then on part three, I really want to talk about Congo, Sudan, and other areas where Black Africans are suffering, and we just almost like Shanquilla Robinson, they just don't get enough voice about it. Like, let's
Hmm.
not forget. Now, that being said, um, I'm about to do a hot button topic, and I'm about
Oh
to be
Lord.
ready. All right. Demonizing culture, white souled Black bodies. What are your thoughts about the mixing of race as relates to marriage, creating biracial kids, all of the things of the things?
Hmm. I don't know that that's a hot topic.
Yeah. Oh, you listen, let me tell you this. It'd be so funny. So a black guy be like, my girl called the cops on me, and it'd be all this kind of stuff. And then we'll go through the TikTok, and it'd be a white lady, and then the comments be like, oh, never mind, we gone bye. Like so
Okay.
and then you got like a lot of people around athletes marrying white women. And then I didn't know this was a thing. And honestly, I have a client who's biracial, and I did not know up until recent that they are in an identity issue, because there are certain black folks that ain't having it, and there's certain white folks that ain't having it. So there's this identity issue. Then you have like families that are mixed, and there's never like both cultures in the house. It's a dominant culture. It's either like a black cultured mixed family or a white cultured mixed family. There's never like duality in culture and all of that. So I'm sort of putting a framework for you to step in.
Lord, it's a whole lot.
I know
VTerrillHill.
You got 6 minutes. Come on, let's go.
I can't do this. I promise you I can't do this in 6 minutes.
Okay, let's open it up, and we'll have to drop it wherever we land.
I'm trying to think of because you just gave me a whole bunch of different angles to look at it from.
Yeah.
Let's go with the sports angle.
I'll tell you what. Let's do general. There are some people who just say that black folks ain't got no business diluting the blood. Do you believe that?
See, again.
This is so interesting. Such an interesting thought. And let me,
I'm gonna say it this way.
Okay.
Who are you linking up with?
Okay.
Because I cannot give a blanket statement, because there have been black people who have linked up with John Brown energy white people.
Okay. Tracking.
And then there have been black people who have linked up with Candace Owens kind of black people.
Right.
That ain't helpful either.
Right.
And then there have been black people who have linked up with some very pseudo supremacist white people.
Right.
Who have snatched their soul out of them.
Absolutely, you can tell.
So I have to look at it from this I look at it from the perspective of, who are you linking up with?
I love that. So what you're saying is, on its face, just because you're marrying and let's be honest, I'm talking about black and white right now. We'll do the others later. On its face, it's not wrong, but there needs a question. Who is this person?
Yes.
And I think this, if I was white and someone black wanted to get with me, you know what I would ask? Why? Because I think there's a lot of exploitation, and then vice versa too. If you white want to get, why? Because a lot of exploitation going on, a lot of, a fetish,
yes,
unhealed wounds.
Yes.
And so it does require some questioning. I think I have a great sister-in-law. She ain't never, and I'm sensitive. If you're white and you're around me, my radar be out. So I cannot demonize my sister-in-law at all. But
and I want to touch on a couple things in your comments, because somebody's making a good point here. Somebody said we are supposed to be colorblind. Absolutely not.
Hell no.
Absolutely not.
And who? In what reality?
we are color God, okay? Creator of all is color conscious. He created all colors. So why are we saying we colorblind?
Right.
And yes, all colors come from black. I'm an artist. I know.
Right.
But the reality is intent, as you said. Intent. What is your intent in the relationship?
Intentions.
Are you fetishizing that person?
Yeah.
Are you trying to resolve yourself of some self-hatred issues, black or white?
Yeah.
What is going on with you, and why
Yeah.
Why are we making these babies? Okay, because I know people be like, oh, they made pretty babies. Do you know how many pretty babies are on TikTok talking about the horrific and traumatic life experiences they've had as a result of being in biracial families?
Shantae, listen to this. I've been asking this. I say, why are mixed people activists? Like your loudest activists be mixed people. You know what it is? Someone said in the comments on TikTok, because they were raised around white moms. And I was like, oh, got it. They were raised around white people. So they know. They were raised around black people and they were raised around white people, and they know. I said, okay.
And I'm going to say this again.
Yeah.
When people have self-hatred issues,
Mm-hmm.
they need to work on their self-hatred issues. You don't need a boyfriend. You don't need a girlfriend. You don't
Right.
hold that thought.
Yeah.
And go work on self. Go work on your identity.
Mm-hmm.
Because if not, you're going to take all of that into your relationship.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And see, now you got me on the whole relationship podcast. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
All right. But again, for me, it is intent. It is this person trying to make up for something, a lack of something internally?
Mm-hmm.
Are they idealizing, oh, if I get with this white person,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna make me who I am? Okay. Right. White women are starting to realize that yes, some black men have used them as social capital.
Absolutely.
They don't care anything about you. They use your whiteness for social capital.
Yeah.
And on the same side, you have people who said this white person is fetishizing me. They don't care about me.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the scientific side, okay, people don't want to talk about this, but white people know they're going to go extinct.
Yeah, it's literally.
And so if they smart, they would be trying to get a mate with melanin so that their bloodline has some melanin to survive the future. But that's again a whole other topic.
Yeah. I love. Okay, we're gonna stop here because golly. What a wonderful topic. I'm gonna get with Shantae, and we're gonna make some dates for part 1 and part 2. And I'll do it like I did this one. I'll put the live the announcement up in enough time for y'all to know. Shantae Charles, I said this to you a long time ago, and I'm still saying it. Like, you were one of the people that I said, as my platform grow, I'm bringing you on. And I'm glad to see I'm keeping that promise, and for good reason, because girl, you're so smart. I like your mind, though. I love your mind.
I read a lot.
Yeah.
I used to be a school librarian for a private school, and I used to be a assistant librarian and a research librarian. So I read a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why for some of the topics, it's hard for me to coalesce all of the information, because my mind is trying to pull from everything. So I do apologize to those of you who are like, this girl is going from one topic to the next today.
No,
I do apologize for that, but I tried to hit as much as we could for today.
No, you did a wonderful
Someone said 0 fact checking here. I promise you, when this broadcast goes off, if you hit summary under it, the AI is going to summarize this entire video, and it's going to tell you whether or not I was false.
Right.
I've done it. Go to any YouTube video, hit the summary button. It will summarize for you, and it will tell you if the speaker was off.
I love.
All right.
All right. Guys, I will be back the week of December the 17th. I'm working on some show concepts. I'm going to cut off my vacation beard, and we're going to get back to my people as well. We're going to bring Shantae back for two more episodes around the Black in America, the truth we don't say. We're going to add some layers to this. Black and AI. I definitely want to talk about that. And then we want to talk about the forgotten voices in the diaspora, Congo, Sudan, and others. All right. Shantae, again, thank you so much. If you want to connect with her, I hyperlinked her YouTube account in the title and in the video description. You told me
let me make a caveat.
uh-huh.
Don't come over to my page acting foolish. Because VTerrillHill got more patience than I got. I'm gonna just tell you.
Right. Well,
I love y'all though. I love y'all. But
Marcella says you told me that the other day. You still on break? Yes, the week of December the 17th, Marcellus. I'm coming out of break for real. All right.
Keep
love
the
y'all.
beard, VTerrillHill. Keep the beard. I agree.
So?
They're saying the salt and pepper is nice. I agree.
Oh,
it's a nice facial feature for you. You should keep it.
Is it like okay? Noted.
Not that you care about my thoughts about it, but it does look nice. If you had a scraggly beard and you were not properly grooming it, that would be different. But yours looks nice.
Okay. All right. Oh, thank you. Okay. All right. All right. Appreciate y'all. We're gonna get out of here again, Shantae. And I'm so serious. Thank you. Thank you so much for your friendship. Now, hold on. Let me bump professionalism. Thank you so much for your friendship. Thank you so much for being a prophet for me in some wild times. And thank you so much for not allowing your history to mute your voice. Thank you. All right.
Thank you for the privilege of coming on your platform. I don't take it for granted. When you open up your space and allow those who entrust your voice to hear my voice. And I do want to thank everybody who was in the comments today. Every person who was respectful, every person who had something shady to say. I appreciate you too. You gave me some things to work on. Yeah. Every MAGA that showed up, every pseudo supremacist, every alabaster disaster, every envelopian. I just want to say thank you. For helping me to know I'm saying exactly what I need to say.
I love it. All right, y'all be blessed. Shantae, don't go nowhere, but we're gonna close this out now. Bring us back up. All right, y'all be blessed. Right. See y'all later, man.
This isn't just another church event. This is Impartation Conference, March 13th through 15th in Atlanta, Georgia, and this time it's personal.
We are building a safe space where you can love God without fear, a space where you're not judged, but seen, heard, and honored for who you are.
This is your moment to grow, not just in spirit, but by the clarity, the shift, the alignment is already happening.
And those dreams you buried, we're reviving them. We're breaking mental caps, tearing down limits, and helping you step into the version of you that was always possible.
This is more than a conference. It's a homecoming for your soul. Break free, grow deep, dream bold. Join us March 13th to 15th at the Renaissance Atlanta Airport Gateway Hotel. Register now at impartationconference.org.